Texture can be really fun to work with, whether it's rough, whether it's smooth, slick, shiny. All those things are different types of texture. There's actual texture, there's simulated texture, and there's subversive texture, which texture that would not be comfortable into the environment that it's used, like Harry Oppenheimer's furry cup, or if you had pins sitting in your chair, that would be subversive. What we're going to use is aluminum foil on this, and these are embossing plates to run through a printer press or an embossing press, and you just need elbow grease to make it work. You don't have to have a press to make it work. And you might be able to see the circles into this, or here's a piece that I just wadded up the foil to get a more natural texture, and we can add transparent paint to it. So let's do one of these plates, and I have two kinds of foil. I've got heavy duty aluminum foil, which would be like restaurant grade, would be better than heavy duty, but this you can buy at the grocery store, and you put it inside your embossing plate. This is the thickest that I could find, and put it on so that the embossing side is there, and then you just use some elbow grease to really push that embossing plate into your foil. So I'm using the hard edge of this bottle of paint here, and I'm really going to push hard and try to emboss that pattern onto my foil, which I've got quite a nice one right here. If I'm going to use my aluminum foil, let's do a different plate. Here's one with numbers, and I'm going to, numbers and letters, I'm going to stick it on the inside. It's kind of in the middle, and do the same thing. Let's move this one out underneath it. Really push hard in the area you think your foil is in. I'm using this to really get in there and add some weight. And then I'll lift it up. And this one has an adhesive, and you might be able to see the numbers that have come across there. Alright, so these are very paintable, but you want to make sure that your paint is transparent. Any kind of golden transparent paint will do. This one you know is transparent because when you look at the lines here, you can see them through the paint. If it was a more opaque paint like this turquoise, see how that has covered up the lines more, so it is not the best paint to do this with. That, and you can mix your color to put on top of it. So I've got this naphtha red, and I'm going to really quickly put some out there and take my brush so that you can see, and I can mix my colors. I can do all kinds of things, but I really want the shiny part of that foil to come through my paint. So it can dry and cover it all. It can be a solid red or a solid gold or yellow or blue or whatever you want it to be, but you want it to keep the shine that is there into the foil. So you can see that one is still pretty shiny. This one here, let's put both a little bit of the red and blue, so you can mix your colors any way that you want to do it. Here's the blue. Here is a metallic gold. And so I can start with the red over here. It's covering up that quite well. And I'm going to rinse it off. I don't want my paint to have a whole lot of water in it because I want it to be the paint so that it doesn't bubble up. So I'm drying the water off the brush. And then there's the blue. And then I can kind of mix it in the middle and get kind of a purple tone. And now where those two colors come in, then I can take my gold and make kind of a metallic gold as well and pull that over into the red and the purple. So whatever colors that you want to use will work there. And those also then we can put on some of the shapes that we made, or you can use it as a collage standalone element.